good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are. Last week, we finished Winona Split. Fortress City Split, however you want to call it. This week, we're gonna try and get up to Lily Cove and beyond. Maybe all the way up to Mount Pyre, depending on how much time I have, one, and how much I manage to progress to. I've prepared a few fights. I didn't have much time, naturally, with like the holidays. You spend time with family and shit. So that's what I've mostly been doing. But I've done a little bit of preparation. These first few fights are generally a bit more on the easy side. It's just a matter of finding what to do. So yeah. Hope everyone had a good holidays themselves. Like I said, I've been mostly visiting family, both the in-law and the not in-law family. Had some fun with everyone. Yeah. And exchanged presents, like your typical holiday shit, you know? And one of the things that I remembered from looking at the, I want to say it right, looking at the stream, the documentation, that's what I'm looking for, that's the words I'm looking for, is that I missed a few items. So I'm gonna real quick walk my way through this and like look at where they are again. One of those was that heart skill you just saw, but there's a few gems and shit as well. I believe I even missed something in Scorched Slab, so I'm gonna do that real quick. And here we are. There should be a fire gem here at the end that I forgot to grab that last time. Alright, I'm gonna double check if there was anything else. This one, and then items. There's a struggle bug TM, but I believe that's later on the route. Fire gem I got. There's supposed to be a bug gem, or did I already get that? I believe I already got that. Health items. Just run it down. Bug gem and psychic gem I got. Alright. Then what about the struggle bug TM? No, I did not get that yet. An ore sphere I did get. I just want to make sure I'm all the way up to date. I believe that's everything. Yeah, the Altarianite, but I've not seen that yet. Nope. Yeah, that'll come. Natural gift, yada yada. And the heart scale that I just mentioned I got. Alright, that should be everything, and then we should be good to go. Alright, that means we are gonna get ready for the first fight of the day, probably. This guy here. Alright. So, on Route 120, there's like 10 fights. None that aren't skip, like you cannot skip any, but there's no like gauntlet or anything that I saw. I do probably need to bring like a flying type to every single fight, but Alright, looking at it, the first fight I had prepared, I did not really have that. I I didn't really keep that in mind. Not that that matters too much, but yeah. I'm gonna get rid of your item, and then we're gonna get everyone in the team. I want Keck. I want Sneasler. I want Roxy. I want Cress, and I want someone from the trash pile, supposedly, in Berg. I don't even think Berg should be on the trash pile, being honest, but eh. And that's everyone. So, this first fight, I'm gonna quickly get back to it. It's already there at the bottom. It's a Sunfisk, Chansey, Mismagius, and Musharna. For it, I need to do a little bit of leveling. Get some mons to the cap and some a little higher, just in general. Alima is the main one. He needs 4 levels. I need to bring Candace to the cap. And that's it, actually, already. Huh, was less than I thought. Then it's item time. I need to use my black glasses on Alima. I believe I put silver powder, or is it silver powder on Orbital, on Berg. I need the muscle band, which, I've used recently, or more recently than I thought. There it is. Muscle band on Cress. And I put a citrus berry on Salazzle, but I doubt I need it, but just in case. And no pre-damaging. The only thing I need to do is pre-toxic, which I don't do yet. I'm also gonna double check the map here, because I thought I saw that, like, you have the, what's it called? You have that ledge there, and I don't know if you can get back from that ledge without a flyer, because if I can't, I do need to adjust a tiny bit. Where is it? Shared. No. Let's just get there. There, and then local run and bun. Run and bun maps. There it is. All maps. Route 120. 120. Okay, you can easily get back. So there's no worry there. I just need to fight the first trainer, and then you can use the ledge to get back again. Okay, so anyway, where is my main screens? There we are. I have everyone then, and I did go through this line a couple times already, and I didn't miss anything those times. I'm gonna trust my past self. Does anyone else notice that, like, you have like this line going along with you? This like glitchy line? Or is that just me? Anyway. I could see there being an item like here. Okay, but that could have been the case, right? It's not weird that I checked that. Okay, we're gonna set up camp over here for now. Oh, 1 second. There's always something, right? Okay, that should be it. Alright. Mons. Yep, we still have everyone. Double checking the items. Life Orb, black glasses, nothing. Citrus. Muscle band, silver powder. The silver powder wasn't necessary, but I believe, like, I don't have it written down, but I do believe it was necessary, actually. I just don't remember exactly. Alright, we should be ready. Mammo Elite. All of these levels align with what I have written down. Yes. And the only thing left would be to pre-poison Orbital, but I can do that. Like, I can do that after the ledge. Theoretically, you should do it, like, earlier, right? You should do it at the gym or the Pokemon Center, and then just kind of keep healing. I guess this is just laziness. You know, it should be fine regardless. So here we go. I'm gonna put myself at the edge here just in case, and now we're gonna pre-poison. Pre-toxic specifically. Pre-toxic. I thought it was. Did I put him in slot 5? 6. And with that, Berg is badly poisoned. And we should be good to go. Really? Huh. Well, might as well order that away. No, not hold. Use. And here we go. First fight of the day. My Pokemon and my Parasol. If any one of them is missing, the picture of beauty will be ruined. That's obviously specific. Seems there was an altercation with some dogs outside. Doesn't really matter for me, because Angelica and I are gonna battle here. Candace. This Stunfisk is quite bulky. Stunfisk naturally is bulky, and it holds the Shuka Berry, so what you usually use as your powerful move doesn't tend to work. Thankfully, we have an alternative in Icicle Crash here from Candace. With the Life Orb at level 73, it's barely enough to guarantee a one-shot, and that is all we need in this situation. Icicle Crash. There's probably an alternate line I could have used with, like... What? What? Oh, I'm confusing two fights. Oh god, thank god I flinched, because that would have gone awry real fast. Ice Shard kills. This one is not holding a Shuka Berry. It's a different fight where there's a Shuka Berry, and I also used Life Orb Mamo. Okay. This should be Miss Maggie's coming. What? Is that because I took 2? It is. Oh my god. Okay. We're completely off the rails. This is going to either Psychic or Dark Void me. I can go to Berg. I'm gonna... I think I can steer out of this real, like, pretty easily. Berg takes the Psychic. That's fine. And now Musharna is going to Moonblast me, and I can U-turn. He's either Moonblasting me or he's Calm Minding. We can go to Cress on the Moonblast or Calm Mind. Moonblast, alright, that's fine. And then with the Health Muscle Band, thanks to the U-turn from before, Poltergeist should be a kill here. Right? Don't tell me I missed everything. Okay, so far, okay. I think we're fine. This should be the Miss Maggie is coming in, if I'm not mistaken. Because it's going to be faster and probably seeing a kill. And at this HP amount, that should only be with Shadow Ball. So we can go to Ilima, take that Shadow Ball. And we're basically back on track. Shadow Ball. And with the equipped black glasses, with the exact level that we are, Knockoff is a guaranteed kill on Ms. Magius. It cannot use its Ghost Gem here, so it's always going to have an item. Therefore, Knockoff deals maximum damage. He's Dazzling Gleaming us. Even at level 55, that's not enough to kill us. And with the Dark type that we now are, it's boosted enough to do a kill. The intent here was to bait the Musharna coming in and have it Moonblast there. In practice, like the way this happened, it's fine too, right? It's only a Chansey left, and we have a very easy fight against it. This Chansey is going to maybe Seismic Toss us, and otherwise it's going to Toxic. I'm gonna go to Ingo on either of those 2 moves. Countered, that does nothing, and at level 66, I'm gonna double check that because I don't want to miss, like, I don't want to get killed by a stray counter. At level 66, close combat with no item is guaranteed to kill still. Even if it doesn't, I'm just gonna fake out in front of it, like, do that tiny bit of chip, be safe on that front, and CC should kill. Right? Okay. I don't make mistakes, I just make happy little accidents that do not matter whatsoever. Ingo is to 67. Yep. I still don't get why that's a meme now, that number. It's so... It makes no sense. I can't get it. I don't get it. I don't think I want to get it even. Alright, let's run. The Toxic is going to keep ticking down, but it's never going to kill in the overworld, so we don't really mind. And with that, I do think that with how this actually ended up, it might not have mattered, the fact that it would have... I think I was safe even with this line. But, eh. 1 down! And now fight 2 that I had prepared. For that, we're gonna use the same mon, almost. We're gonna only make 2 swaps, which is we need Lana over Cress, and we need Clay over, not you, Ilima. Let's also quickly grab the items. There we go. And then give items where needed. You need a poison barb. Poison barb. You no longer need the life orb, but you do need a never melt ice. Held item. Where is it? Did I go past it? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Never melts ice. And that's it in terms of items. I'm gonna keep you with that silver powder again. Alright. Then we're gonna go and do a little bit more leveling. I had Crook at level 69. I'm gonna double check if that's necessary. Because I believe it's not. Orbeetle needed to go to level 70, is what I had written down. Why was that again? Because he comes in on a CC. It's so that crit into crit doesn't kill. And does 69 not do? Barely doesn't, so I do need him to be at level 70. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need Roxy at level 72. So that we guarantee the kill, I guess? Or to guarantee, no, it was to guarantee that Pangoro comes in. But that's not the case. I know that he comes in anyway. Oh, it was to guarantee that a specific move order. Yeah, so 72. And then I have Crook at level 69, but I don't think that's necessary. I'm gonna double check that real quick. If Orbeetle deals that much, Crook can stay at level 66 and never be dead to whatever move Gothitelle uses. So I'm not going to do that. Or was that to maybe guarantee no gunk shot? No. No, that's not. No. No, it's not. Okay. Then this is it. Here we go. Fight number 2. We're speeding through this real quick. And that's gonna come to a screeching halt of this fight, because the one after I already don't have fully prepared. I've got like half a line, I don't have a full line yet. Hopefully we can work that out together. You and me and the empty void that's here. At least I have you, Nightbot. Is it bad that I'm making that joke? Maybe. Maybe a little. Oh well. Alright. Here's where we need it to be. Double check my items, double check my lead. Candace is our lead, that's correct. Never melts ice, none, none. Poison barb, none. Silver powder. Subcause, thank you for the follow. Thank you for joining. One sec, I'm getting a quick call. What's up? Alright. I will. Alright, that was everything. That's the issue of being available for, like, emergency shit. And with that, we should be ready. Let's take a look. Candace, Clay, Ingo, Roxy, Lana, Berg. Levels, check out. Yup. Items, check out. Oh, Ingo is not exactly correct, but it's correct enough. It's not relevant that he's a level higher. Then we are ready to go, and we're gonna do this. Remember that Shuka Berry I mentioned just now? Here's where it's gonna happen. If you're not fit, you can have a rough time in critical situations. Are you telling me I'm fat? Okay. Hiya, sup, call, welcome. Alright, so Dragalge actually holds a Shuka Berry, unlike that Stunfisk. And usually you need a ground type to do that killing, but now we have an ice type, and that whole thing I said before, that actually comes into play here. I needed a Nevermelt Ice to specifically take the kill. Without an item, there was barely a range where I couldn't kill. Therefore, we have Nevermelt Ice to guarantee this kill on Dragalge, which we're gonna do now. 1 down, 3 to go. The main scare of this fight is the Gothitelle. The Gothitelle has Shadow Tag, and if you're in with the wrong one, you're screwed. You're losing something. Right now, that's not relevant yet. Lilligant is going to come in first. And Lilligant is going to use a Petal Dance. That's going to be taken by Roxy. She can take it just fine. And in return, Roxy can very, very easily take a one-shot. Actually, it's not easy, but, like, it's enough. With the Poison Barb, Sludge Bomb is a guaranteed kill. At this HP amount, Pangoro is guaranteed to come in. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, alright, thank God. And Pangoro here is going to use Knockoff, because Knockoff sees a kill. We can take that knockoff with Lana. And in return, bait a gunk shot. Knockoff does pitiful damage. And Lana, sadly, is slower than Pangoro, even at level 72. And it's going to gunk shot me, so we're going to go to Candace. Candace can take a gunk shot quite alright. And even with the poison, we know exactly what move it's going to use from here. How do I know so much? Between like, like this AI is very predictable in the sense that you can just kind of, there's a full document about the AI, and like have like hundreds of fights under my belt. At some point you kind of just know, you know? Which is also why I know that a close combat is coming in right now, and Burke can take that. There's like, this game is meant for puzzlers, is how I basically, this is a massive Pokemon puzzle game. And not like the ones that you used to have on the Game Boy Color and shit. It's finding with your own puzzle pieces how to solve every fight. And you're given full information of what to expect. And it's just for you to, like, find that solution. It's why I love playing this game. It's very unique in its Pokemon experience, in how, like, hardcore nuzlocking it feels. Like, how that feels is very unique and not really replicated by any other Pokemon game, fan-made or otherwise, in my opinion. There's very few that are as concrete as Run and Bun is, while still being as difficult as it is. Most are either more unfair, less clear, or just too easy. With this, At level 70, Gothitelle here sees the highest damaging move as a Mystical Fire, and only Mystical Fire. At most, that deals 128 damage. So we're gonna see that Mystical Fire, and it's never gonna kill Berg, and we're gonna U-turn. We cannot switch out through regular means. That's that Shadow Tag I mentioned before. And the way we can circumvent that is through a pivoting move like U-turn. We can go to Clay. And Clay at level 66 is guaranteed. How do you remember this stuff? Some of it is just also having it on my second monitor. Alright. Knock Off is gonna kill us. It's gonna kill the Gothitelle. It was always enough after the U-turn, and that U-turn was never gonna trigger the Focus Sash, evidently. So, yeah. Finally, Pangoro is back in. Pangoro here is going to close combat. We can take that easily. We're gonna go to Ingo. Ingo can take that close combat, and in return, we easily kill it with our own. We don't even need him to have its stats lowered, but that's gonna happen too, of course. Close combat there was never enough to kill us. Ours is. Bye-bye. Part of it also, because you said, how do I remember this stuff? Part of it is also just pre-planning what you're gonna do. Like, I've got, like, an entire line written down to solve this fight. She's totally fit, but it's her routine. She always runs with her Pokemon. Oh, God. Oh, God. That scared me. That was too close for comfort. There has to be an item here, right? Huh. Alright. Then there isn't. And we're just gonna run back. Yeah, so I do know the fights themselves quite well. I don't quite know the map. And back we go. And heal up. It's one of the best quality of life things they did in modern games is not have the taking poison annoy you as much, right? I'm glad it's in the game because it allows for easy pre-damaging, but that doesn't make it not annoying, you know? And now we're at the point where I do need to show you guys the actual calculator and have you guys work along with me. Where is my... There it is. Boom. Nothing relevant there. Okay. Let's get to our calculating page. This is the main one that I'm gonna show you guys for calculating fights. And the one I'm right at right now is Lorenzo. That's gonna be the next fight. It's the one over here. This is also part of the reason why I have so much memorized. I have tools to help me memorize it and like help look at what's gonna happen and what has happened and what can happen. So I've already kind of written down what I want to start with. I just need to find a way to convert it into a Mr. Mime kill and an Appletun kill. Because the Golisopod here, who leads this fight, we have we have like one Mon that can easily take the kill. Actually, because I used Pyroar here. But I could also see that being Salazzle. 171. That means Mr. Mime comes in and always Psychics. And that gives us an actual way to take that kill. Huh. That works. Then the order is skewed a bit, but that's fine. And it also means Golisopod is faster, so he's never gonna go for what I... no. Oh, right. Right. That doesn't quite work out the way I think it does. But that might work. What's the name of the program to connect it with the game like that? There's no hard program. Okay, let's go over everything that you can see on the screen right now. Top right is MGBA. It's the Pokemon emulator for Game Boy games, Game Boy Advanced games. Pretty simple, you can find that everywhere. Look it up, I'm not gonna give full links, etc. Stream shit, kind of makes sense. The white void in the middle, that's my Google document that I keep track of all of my lines and shit. And there's on the right, there's like a bunch of tabs. And the page itself here, I will show off this one. These two are the calculators that I use. The first one is the one you see on screen right now. The other one is this one. It's like more standard in the sense that you can use this one. Like this one works more like the standard damage calculator that you see on Showdown, like with various other extensions, like the Infinite Fusion shit like that. I prefer this one because it allows me to do shit like this. And you can see that this adjusted, and I can just kind of see, okay, if I do this damage, what happens after? You know? I prefer it that way. Which brings me to what I was saying about the whole Salazzle line. Before I was gonna go like, oh yeah, let's use Berserker. I can just use Raichu Alola, fake out it, Volt Tackle it, and it's gone. It's guaranteed to be out. It used one move with Psychic. Volt Tackle recoil is never going to kill me, because there's going to be 15 less here, so 114. This is the maximum HP that it has, and I should not be afraid of the recoil. With the recoil applied, it's going to be like 120 minus 6, so 40, 38. So I'm going to be at 102. And that means Miltank will see a kill with Body Slam. But Golisopod sees slow kill, but I will show a fast kill on it, so it's never going to be brought in. Appleton might be coming in, and Miltank might be coming in. That's annoying. Because if I take like Crit Psychic into that recoil, that's another, what did I say, 38, right? I said 38. So I'd be at 60. Then Appleton all of a sudden comes, no, then it's still Miltank, because Miltank is fast. Miltank is faster? Wow. Huh. I always forget how much of a fast cow that is. At the very least, I guarantee Body Slam here. And I guarantee Apple Acid here. But, like, even at min-range, because the out-damage of Body Slam, Miltank is so weird. I know, right? Miltank is incredibly weird. So, okay, so because Body Slam always out-damages compared to Apple Acid, I always know Miltank comes in after, and I always see Body Slam. Alright, so that much I know now. I can maybe use Hawlucha with a Life Orb. No, I needed the Life Orb on Salazzle, right? To get him to guarantee go below. Oh no, just bring him to 73 and Poison Barb is enough. Okay, so I do have Life Orb available. So Body Slam here. With Scrappy, I cannot use a Ghost type. That's not really an option. Same with Intimidate. I was going to use Sneasler, but I need Sneezer to basically come in on Body Press, which I could guarantee through, like, Lycanroc. Like, switch in Lycanroc, and even if that crits, it's guaranteed to Body Slam me after. Then I can go to Body Press me after. Then I go to Sneasler. With that black belt, KOs, and at -1 of each, it's gonna be the, it should be Golisopod, it might be Appleton. I needed him to be 68, I believe? 68, yep. That way I'm also faster, and then close combat just guarantees a kill. Alright, so let's try that. Let's try pursuing this line. Level 73, Poison Barb, Salazzle. Level 73, Alolan Raichu. Then level 68, Black Belt Sneasler, Lycanroc. Level 65 Lycanroc. Like this is the line so far. For Appleton, I'm looking at like maybe Mamo, but it has thick fat, so it doesn't quite work out. I'm looking at like Prim, that doesn't quite. This is just a trainer. Yup. This is a random trainer. This is not like a gym leader or whatever. This is... Run and Bun is notorious for some of the hardest fights in the entire, like, fan game community whatsoever. There's a few that are more evil, but this is generally considered the hardest Nuzlocke. That's still, like, that's still not unfair, so to speak. To an extent it always is, but, like, it's unfair in a fun way. This is generally considered a very hard Nuzlocke, and like, there's 400 custom-made fights, and every single one of them requires at least some bit of prep. Some of the prep can just be, oh, did you get the right Pokemon? Congrats! Rock Slide 3 times and you win. There's other fights that literally do this, and some of them do this for 4 hours, or maybe even 40 hours. I think my longest cook so far has been 40 hours. No, not 40. No. But definitely like 15. That's specifically Cycling Road Rival. Cycling the... Bridge Rival. The rival that you fight after Weather Institute. That fight is so far, up to where I've gotten, considered one of the hardest fights of this entire game. At least in the mid-game. There's a few in the end-game that are just evil. Like, against the evil trainers. And there's, like, a room where you're trapped with every single Pokemon. Unless you use, like, Shed Shell and pivoting moves and stuff like that. But, yeah. So far, that's been the hardest fight. So... Alright, so this is kind of the old plan. We're gonna go to the new plan. Sludge Bomb triggers exit. Mr. Mime comes in, clicks Psychic. Then pivot Alolan Raichu. Fake out into Full Cycle, kills Mime. In comes Miltank, clicks Body Slam. Pivot Lycanroc. Pivot Sneasler. Because there's no way he doesn't use Body Press. Correct. Yup, correct. Pivot Lycanroc, pivot Sneasler. KO with CC. And then there's a little bit of a diverging line, because it could be that I always heard about run and bun, but didn't know it was this. It's this hard. Yeah. I wager the majority of my streams and off-stream preparation is just me looking at this screen, basically. Looking like, okay, what with the tools I have can I do to finish this fight without having any deaths whatsoever? And yeah, that doesn't make it easy. It's notorious for its difficulty, and rightfully so. This is my 6th attempt. My best attempt so far, besides this one, got up to Watson. And I was swept, with Watson. I couldn't really continue much further after. I had, a box of, I want to say, 10 mons left or something, and that's low. And there's, I think the person that completed the game with the most attempts, as of right now, has, 1,100 attempts. Yes, 1,100. That's how notorious this game is. There's some people that finish it in 6 attempts or something like that. I hope to join that, of course, but I'm not gonna bet on that. I don't have, quite the greatness of, a Peach-Owl or a, Small-Land. Small-Land did it in 1 attempt. What the fuck? It's incredible. If you want to see, a good run of Run and Bun, go look up his attempts. It's collectively 36 hours to watch, but his Elite Four alone is incredible to watch, even without any pretense of what's happened before. There's one, but I want to say there's one match of his that he does a full how does it look to prep thing, and I think it's also for Cycling or for Bridge Rival. So if you want to see one singular prep stream or whatever, that would be a fun one to look at. Beyond that, Peach-Owl's video on this is stunning. It's incredible. It's 3 hours, but so it's a bit of a pill, but it's good. Hi Farouk, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining, and hope you've been doing well. Haven't seen you in a while. It's been good to see you. I had a good Christmas. Hope you had a nice one as well. Just spend most of it with family. I spend for Christmas Day with my in-law family and my grandmother's-in-law, sister-in-law, and that whole part of the in-law family. And then Boxing Day I spent with my parents. It's been nice, just good food, fun games, on Boxing Day we played 30 seconds. I think that's I don't know if that's just local game, but I believe it's not. And at some point we just were belly laughing for 10 straight minutes. I can't even explain why it happened. It was so in the moment, but we had so much fun and we were laughing so hard. Even thinking back at it, I think I was genuinely just laughing for 10 straight minutes, and it was still hard to contain my laughter for 30 minutes after. It I haven't laughed that hard in years and years. Glad to hear yours was similar. Yeah, no, it's Christmas is always this time that's very cozy, I'd say. Hanging out with family and shit is just fun. It can be fun. I'm not gonna say it's fun for everyone, but yeah, for me it's usually just nice, clean fun. Anyone? Okay, I'm just gonna continue with this diverging line. Gliss comes in. Which means that Sneezer doesn't see a kill. Right? That's general idea. And that means he's going to liquidation me. Clicks liquidation because that's guaranteed to happen. Then, because Sludge Bomb is dealing at minimum 50, I need to deal at least 50%. And I could do that with Prim. But I know it's guaranteed liquidation, so I can just kind of use something else, right? Something that just resists Water Well, or I need to calc Bridge Rival. Oh no. Bridge Rival is, like I said, that it took me the longest. So, good luck. Good luck with Bridge Rival. Genuinely very, very hard to calc for. I could use Bounce Gyarados, I guess. That honestly works quite well, because you can just switch to Salazzle after and Sludge Bomb it twice for kill, right? Yeah, Gyarados works. So, that's 1A. Gliss comes in, clicks Liquidation. Pivot Gara on Liqui. Bounce, and it would have to be a Wide Lens Gara. Bounce kills Gliss. Have only scanned it quickly. Chicken is scary. Huh. Funny, because honestly, Chicken was the least scary for me. Weirdly enough. I think the Heliolisk and the Metagross were the hardest for me. Weirdly enough, because you only have Chicken unboosted, and I had both a Swift Swim on and a Search Server on, it was not really that scary for me. And I know I was very fortunate with my box. Like, having Search Surfer alone on Raichu is such a good mon for that specific fight. It's incredible for that specific fight. Bounce kills Gliss. Appleton comes in, clicks Apple Acid. And then pivots Salazzle KO with 2 S-bombs. That's the one. Then the other. That's if I crit with Sludge Bomb, then all of a sudden Poison Jab shows a kill. Oh, maybe I misspoke. Cycling Road. Okay, Cycling Road Rival, yes. Yes, I do believe the Chicken there is the hardest of that fight. Cycling Road Rival is annoying. Mostly because it's like a little too early to have consistent answers to everything. Granted, the Chicken in and of itself doesn't really allow for many answers. It's hard to find answers for it. But, yeah. Yeah, no, I believe that one is much more, it didn't take me as long, but it was much more volatile and annoying for me. 1B, that means he comes in and it's gonna use a random move. Clicks random move. Appleton comes in. No, not Appleton. Appleton comes in. clicks random move. Random attack. Honestly, even then Salazzle just works, right? Yeah, even then Salazzle works. Reverse order. Like that, it's simple as that. Granted, Glisspot would might first impression me, but even that Gyarados can take and KO with bounce. So, okay, it's easy. Gotta double check real quick with this fight. Lead with level 73, Poison Barb Salazzle, guaranteed to deal at least 50%, triggering emergency exit. That means Mr. Mime comes in, is going to click Psychic on me, that's going to guarantee to see a kill. Raichu Alola comes in on the Psychic, I Fake Out, and then I Voltec one, that's going to take a kill. With the Life Orb Recoil, I'm guaranteed to see Miltank come in and only click Body Slam. I can go to Lycanroc to take the Body Slam, bait the Body Press, because that's always going to see a kill. That is going to be taken by Sneasel, who can take the Body Press quite easily, and then I close combat for the kill. And then finally, Appleton or Glisspot comes in. For Appleton, we go to Salazzle, and we Sludge Bomb his twice for the kill. And for Glisspot, we go to Gyarados, and we take either Liquidation or First Impression, and Bounce is going to guarantee to see a kill afterwards. Sounds good. Yep, I think we're ready. Let's get another fight going. Fight number 3 of the day. And let's bring the team. And we only need 5 Mons, which means we're gonna bring Bruno as just a flyer. First off, let's grab everyone's items. Just clean up. You need that one still, so we're gonna keep that. Then we want Gordy. We want Surge. We want Misty. And finally, we want... Who am I forgetting? Sneasler. We want Ingo. Here we go. Is this a ROM hack I spot advertised on a Steam Pokemon Simulator site in a specific user status? I'm not advertising anything. I'm not linking my YouTube, my Twitch channel. I'm not linking anything. If you happen to come here and happen to notice, oh yeah, it's a ROM hack, congrats. You noticed. But I'm specifically not linking my Twitch channel for that reason. Partially for that reason. I don't want to advertise specifically. I'm just like, oh hey, I am available, but know that I'm streaming, so if you ask me something, I might be slow to respond. That's the train of thought there. It's not meant to advertise. Okay? But I don't blame you for just being upset or like trying to rage bait me on it. Alright. Let's go. I have everyone. I'm just gonna grab the items and grab the levels. We need White Lands on you. Secret has been informed. Your demotion will come shortly. It's been a good few. It's been a good few months. Bye bye. Save me. Okay, that part is genuinely a joke. I do enjoy being like part of that community. And thank you, Daphne. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. And hope you enjoy this stream. Okay. I need a black belt. Where's my black belts? I did too. I have so much free time now that I don't have to worry about my rooms and such anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I know, it's I do too little sometimes, I feel, which, on the one hand, probably not true, because I do a lot still, but I've done much more in the past, and it sometimes irks me, that I feel like, oh yeah, no, I should be doing more. And it's probably not even, it's probably not reasonable, right? Like, oh, I need a Kenny on Ingo still, before I forget. It's probably not reasonable to say that, because you do just, you're still part of that community and you do a lot. But, yeah, sometimes you feel you do more than you should be, or do less than you should be doing, or something like that. Alright, let's get this next fight going. On that, a little bit of a sour note. Oh, okay. Fight number 3 of today. And I think this one is also... There's it is again! Why does it keep doing that? And then we're gonna go bike. I like and appreciate the Raichu. Always like that thing. Alolan Raichu. I've always liked Raichu. Like, just good design. Not like something that's incredible to me specifically, but a fine design. Alolan Raichu is a much more whimsical design, I will say. And I have grown a soft spot for it over this Nuzlocke, for sure. Same with some other mons that have been like highlights of this run for me. Like, Masquerain has been incredible for this fight, so it's genuinely shot up in like my enjoyment of it. Like, it's become much more of a favorite for me. And a few others as well. Golisopod is not there, but I know that the playstyle that it enables is fun for me. Trying to see who else I'm thinking of. Honestly, Orbeetle to an extent. And who else is there? I was gonna say Mienshao, but I've always liked Mienshao a fair bit. Always enjoyed it. Like, just thought it was fine. Thought it was good. Beyond that... Oh, Chertuga. Yeah, Chertuga is something that shot up in like, enjoyment for me. Mienshao was huge at Gen 5 UU, and that's where I grew to like that. Yeah, no, I like the playstyle of Mienshao as well, like, in competitive. The whole, like, offensive regenerator, that general playstyle is very cool to me. So I've also, while I've not really team built, that's just kind of not the thing that I'm good at, I always played Battle Factory, and one of the mons I always like getting is Mienshao. So yeah, double check that I have the right lead, double check that I have the right items. I only need items on U2, the others don't, on U3. The others don't need one. I could use one in search, like, oh, I could do something, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna go, and we should be good. Let's get this going. I'll check your Pokemon and see if they're fit for the outdoors. Already someone did, but thank you for doing that, I guess? Golisopod. Golisopod here has 2 stages. It is the first half and the second half of its HP bar. Between the two, he switches out through emergency exit. One of the coolest abilities in Nuzlocke, at least to have, against you not so much. Salazzle here is dead to a liquidation. We don't want it to die. Thankfully, at level 73 with a poison barb, we know that it's guaranteed to deal 50% of Golisopod's HP. And therefore, it's always going to switch out before it's going to do any attack whatsoever. Sludge Bomb. It needed the Poison Barb to do it, but it was just enough. That poison is not going to be relevant. Golisopod switches out. Mr. Mime comes in. Mr. Mime sees a kill with Psychic. Is it with physical special slip? Yes. This is Gen 8 battle mechanics for the most part. There's a few exceptions here and there, like due to limitations of, you know, emeralds, base emeralds. But the amount of things we can, like, that can now be done in a Gen 3 ROM hack is insane. This is, for all intents and purposes, just a Gen 8 game with Gen 3 sprites. And, like, a little bit of limitation here and there, but not much. Genuinely, like, the amount of things they've managed to cram in this is incredible. Where was I? Mr. Mime was just switched in. Right, Psychic is going to be the move that's going to click, and we're going to go to Surge. We can take that Psychic. And Mr. Mime has a Life Orb, so that Psychic is going to do 10% of its HP back to it. We lose a bit of special defense. That's not going to be relevant, because we're not going to take any more hits. We are going to fake out the Mr. Mime. We need that bit of chip damage to guarantee that we don't take a different move. We're then going to Volt Tackle, and this Volt Tackle, even at... is guaranteed to kill. I had a Magnet equipped. That should not matter, though, because... No, that's not going to matter. Okay, thank God I noticed that, and... Oh boy, that could have gone awry, but... Okay. Volt Tackle kills, and we go down to 97 HP. This is going to be the Miltank that comes in. Because Miltank is faster than us, and is seeing a kill most of the time with Body Slam. He might curse on me, but I doubt he will. If he does, that is fine. It's not, actually. But Body Slam here sees a kill most of the time, so we're good. Then it's going to Body Press, and Ingo can take that. If he did curse, I think I had like a way around it still. And then Close Combat here is guaranteed to kill Miltank at level 68 with the Health Black Belts. And that means Miltank is down. And we go to -1 attack and special defense, and special defense. That one. Close Combat. If you don't know it, then yeah. That's the White Herb. That's one of the few ways you can see that this is a ROM hack, and it's buggy. White Herb always activates on death. Does it matter? No, it's visual only in practice. And now, because we do not show a kill on Golisopod, and Golisopod does see a kill on us with Liquidation, and that should only be Liquidation, even if it doesn't really matter. We have to switch to Misty, who can take both the bug move that it might use, but in practice, the Liquidation it's going to use right here and now. Intimidate helps. And there's the Liquidation. That way we can easily take it, but even without it we could have. Like, a crit Liquidation would not have killed whatsoever. Bounce has 95% accuracy, like in the main games. One of the other ways that this game is adjusted is a lot of moves has higher accuracy compared to usual. Like, Stone Edge has 85% accuracy. Same with, like, Blizzard, and... No, not Blizzard. Blizzard at 80. And, like... Hydro Pump has 85, and like so on and so forth. Rock Slide cannot miss, for example. It's 100% accurate. Bounce is one of the few moves that still has the reduced accuracy. So we have a White Lens equipped to guarantee that we hit this Bounce. So we're going to try and hit it now. It's going to take 2 turns, of course, but that's not really relevant. He's going to try and knock off me, and Golisopod is going to take a Poison Chip, and Bounce here is going to guaranteed kill. Alright, Golisopod down, and 1 to go. That is specifically the Appleton. Appleton here is going to Apple Acid, and we can take that easily with Roxy. We could also do it with Sneasler, but Apple Acid, Watt resisted. And even though it may reduce our special defense, it's not going to be fast enough to outdamage our Sludge Bomb. 1. And that deals 85% minimum. And there's Apple Acid again. Still not going to do much, but a bit more. And from here on, it starts to hurt. We don't care, we kill. Bye-bye. Fight done. And with that, I should update the fight at the bottom as well. We'll do that real quick. As this guy says, with Pokemon that strong, you're in no danger of needing rescue. And we got more money. The money is honestly the least interesting part of this. We beaten this guy. And we beaten this guy now, but I'm gonna focus him real quick so I can show that off on the stream as well. And maybe cut it up a bit in editing. In the meantime, I will run back and say, hey, another fight well done. Here we go. Back all the way. What am I doing? I brought Bruno so I could skip this. So we're just gonna fly back to Fortree. All right, there it is. And now I can say, hey, beaten. Let's focus on the next fight, which is 3 Vivians, apparently. As it loads. 3 Vivians, but all 3 have a sash, so it's not quite as simple as just click the move. Got to do some shopping, see you later maybe. Good luck with your shopping. Thank you for joining in for a little bit. Appreciate it. Okay, so actually I say all 3 of them do, but only 2 do. So I just need to KO 1 Vivian easily, and then work through the rest. Like work through no, I need to work through 3, basically. How do we do that? Let's take a look. And as you guys can take a look at this, I will also make sure that the next plan page is shown. Hi, Jeffrey. Let's just copy paste leftovers. In the meantime, I will also... What did I want to do again? Oh, right, I was gonna make sure that the items were fixed up. Like, get rid of the items again. Just clean up, right? Just nice and clean. And, you know? Alright. Actually, let's set some different music, right? Let's do this. Fortree City. Alright, so this first fight, Vivians galore. What I could do is lead with Electrode, Volt Switch out. The first one doesn't have any bug moves. He's always gonna Electro Web or Air Slash. I could use Lycanroc. Take the Electro Web or the Air Slash, they deal the exact same damage, apparently. And because I go to -1 speed, potentially, it will be the third Vivian coming in, who is dead to Accelerock. And then the second one comes in, and then we can switch out again to, like, Hisuian Arcanine on what's guaranteed to be Bug Buzz. Is it guaranteed to be Bug Buzz? It's not. It could still be Quiver Dance. Even if it is, that's not relevant, because I can Rock Slide into Extreme Speed. Okay, this one is easy. Okay, let's get it. We're gonna just do some Hamilton gaming, basically. Helek. Excel. And Hark. Volt Switch. Accelerock. Accelerock. Pivot Hark. Slide. E-Speed. Next. This guy, and we are battle ready. Sometimes fights just take a minute to prep. When you have 2 rock types with priority and one mon that just outspeeds and can pivot, it's just that easy. I will bring Hamilton. And that's all I need. I'm not even gonna do anything else. I know this is enough. I might as well, like, bring, I don't know, Faulkner. Or quad resist a bunch. And I'll put Ingo away, I guess. It's not gonna be relevant anyway. Here we go. Actually, I do need to check if there's any way that the other Vivian comes in first. There is, right? Yeah, with a crit, it's gonna be the second one that comes in. It's gonna bug buzz me. And then I rock slide E-speed that instead. Okay, I do need to do a little more than I thought. Okay. Actually, I could try, like, if Volt Switch into E-speed kills. It doesn't barely. If I give Hisuian Electrode a magnet, it does. Volt Switch, E-speed. And I always know the second one comes in. I can rock slide into E-speed. And then the third one comes in, who might hurricane me or sleep powder me. And if I pre-toxic and Pecha Berry Lycanroc, or not Pecha, Persimberry Lycanroc, he comes in, Excel Rocks for kill. Okay, then we have just an alternative that works just as well, but I do need to give 2 items, which are a magnet on Melly and a Persim on Gordy, and as insurance I'll also give 1 to Surge. Add to Faulkner. Honestly, Faulkner is probably just a better choice there, right? No, it's not. I don't know what the better choice is there, but this works. This should work. This should just work. And if I see any issues, I'll see them in fight, right? Hurricane crit puts me in poison range. No, it doesn't put me in poison range even, but I will toxic anyway. So it's fine. So we bike along this route. Get all the way down here. I will just walk through. And we are here. We just fought you. We need to fight you. Yeah, alright, we should be good to go. Double checking my items. I need a magnet for you. Persim, none. Persim, none. Okay. Then let's get going. Yep, let's get going. Once a battle? One to battle. Bug Maniac Jeffrey. Vivian number 1. You can see it's number 1 because he's purple. How do I know which one is technically coming in? I don't. But I do because of how I handle this. I Volt Switch Vivian number 1. And I go to Hamilton. This Volt Switch is guaranteed to put Vivian number 1 into extreme speed range. And because we were a grass type, Vivian was never going to sleep powder me there. He was always going to, not that he had it, he was going to endeavor me. But in practice, he was going to electro web me to reduce my speed, or air slash me. As you saw, it was electro web. We E-speeded and kill. Now at -1 speed, both of the Vivians are faster than me anyway. And Melly and Hamilton take some experience. Here comes number 2. I don't know how I know this one is the second or not. I don't really care. It should be the second one. The one with Bug Buzz, Air Slash, Psychic, and Quiver Dance. So we're gonna Rock Slide here. Yeah, Psychic, so it's the second one. I was correct. Rock Slide. Bring it down to its sash. Super effective. Okay, sure. And then we E-speed. That's 2 down. Now we go to number 3. Number 3 only has Hurricane and Bug Buzz as its attacking moves. And honestly, Hurricane crit doesn't even kill me, but even if it does, I forgot to pre-poison Gordy. How do I want to do this then? I think I will stay in. I'm just gonna Rock Slide and see if he Sleep Powders. Okay, he does. Then he either Quiver Dances or Hurricanes here. I guess there was a chance that I was gonna self-KO there, huh? Oh well, we're gonna go to Gordy. Gordy can take the Hurricane. He can handle if he Quiver Dances, because Gordy's speed is irrelevant. Hurricane. Okay. At worst, that deals 152 damage. In practice, that's about what it would do. It could have confused me, but we had a Person Berry, so it doesn't really matter. Excel Rock outspeeds, kills, and we're done. Easy enough. Sometimes it's just that simple. Lost it. That you did. You lost this fight. There's the next one. Is there any item here? I doubt it, but... Alright, then we're just gonna fly back. To Fortree. Heal up. And that's another one down. I'm glad I took a little bit of time to check, but yeah. Easy as that. Alright, this one is now beaten. And the next one is the focus. The next one has 4 fossils as the Ruin Maniac called Chip enters the fray. Let's take a look. The first one is an Armaldo with Leech Life, Rock Tomb, Knockoff, and Stealth Rock. That Stealth Rock is annoying, but beyond that, it should not be too big of an issue. There's also a Cradilly, a Tyrantrum. That one is in particular very scary. And an Aurorus, who is not scary at all. Because I know how to beat that very quickly. And the only issue is maybe getting freeze-dried, I guess. But there's a few ways to take care of it. Alright, but we're gonna start at that Armalo. Let's bring you guys over onto the Calcum page. And we also need to make sure that this is on chip. Yappa. Let's see. Okay. So first off, Armalo. A lot, like, it's a very physically bulky but not very specially bulky mon, who you preferably want to hit with a water type move, I wager. Steel could work, rock works, but I don't really, special rock type moves are rare, obviously. And that's about it. Then you have Cradilly, Tyrantrum, and Aurorus. Tyrantrum, I have Sneasler who can KO it, but cannot take any hit Tyrantrum uses. There's Prim, who cannot take Head Smash, but beyond that should be alright. Okay, so a lot of... like, it's quite difficult to work around, from what I can tell. But Tyrantrum is surprisingly fast. I guess it doesn't help that I'm not the fastest. I want to double check something real quick. If the... where is my... there. What the gem interaction is with multi-hit moves. Because I believe it only applies to the first hit. Gem. Gems only increase the first image of damage in multi-hit special spread moves in double battle. So multi-hit moves, only the first one has a gem boost applied to it. And the damage calculators don't quite manage to keep that in mind. That's fine. Let's start with the Armaldo. Once again. Itemless Delmice could do some shit. He needs to be 73, huh? No, he's just never faster. That's annoying. Torkoal maybe? Or Caracost Turtonator? No. Maybe I can fake out first turn to guarantee that he doesn't Stealth Rock, and then maybe use Raichu to bait a Leech Life. Into what, though? Berserker? Berserker's not fast enough. And then afterwards, this is not gonna happen. Like, he will knock me off, and I'm gonna be sad because I lose Metal Code. Actually, Metal Code is like the least influential, right? Okay, then what? Trying to see if there's like anything I could do. I guess Dread has the physical bulk to take it on, but it's not really gonna do much, right? Because rocks like Rock Tomb into like liquidation, yeah, it does kill. And we're guaranteed to be faster, but we do see the rocks go up. And depending on... I was gonna say depending on what happens... Yeah, actually no, depending on what happens, if he Rock Tombs me, I'd be at -1 speed. And then all of a sudden, Create Dilly still comes in. But if I get hit by Leech Life instead, not only do I suddenly not kill with Rock's Tomb into liquidation, pardon me, I also bait in Tyrantrum instead. So do I have any way of guaranteeing like a specific move? Hawlucha guarantees that he Rock Tombs, I guess, but in the same vein, Torterra guarantees that he Leech Lives. Kind of. Not really, because I would be... I'd probably make myself faster. I don't have to, though. But then Leech Life all of a sudden deals such heavy damage that I kind of don't want that to happen. And it's not like Slowbro is all of a sudden the solution. I guess I could bring him to 73, but then even then, Leech Life crit is a chance to kill. Huh. This is a rough one. Poor to me. Because if I do bait Stealth Rock, like, if I make sure that he doesn't Stealth Rock after turn 1, then what, right? It's not gonna do anything. I don't have an offensive Rapid Spinner. I could, like, theoretically use Torkoal, who's level 64 now, by the way, I saw. Speaking of which, I should probably update my team, right? Yeah, not yet. Doesn't really matter. You know what? Actually, might as well. Run new export. Copy it onto a sticky note. Get rid of the items. And copy it into here. Override team. And I will also update my team on your end. This stretch is tough. Next fight is the notorious triple explosion fight. I see. Ooh. Hi, Jack. Thanks for joining. And thanks for reminding me, because I had not seen that yet. And that's definitely something that looks terrifying. Yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to that fight. And this one is already kind of racking my brain a bit. It's a rough one to pull off riskless. Yeah, I believe that. Especially with the whole Choppleberry thing going on. I guess I do have two ghost types. who themselves can kind of handle knockoff all right. I can make sure that Delmice is fine. I can not make sure that Zoroark is. How does Illusion work in this scenario? I wager it's just going to be a Zoroark, but eh. And Night Daze loses, and in 3 fights you get the neutralizing gas double. Oh god! With slackings. Okay. Oh god. That sounds terrifying. For the ones that were like, hey, is this game actually any hard? Yes. There's your answer. And after that, 121 encounter. So we at least have something to look forward to on that front. Okay. Let's work our way through this one first then. I have Armaldo. I was gonna say maybe a Hydro Pump or Surf on Kingdra could do the trick, but could Surf do it? No. Hydro Pump? Hydro Pump is enough, but it's not dealing that much damage. Like, it's inaccurate. Oh, that's Hydro Cannon, by the way, not Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump is not enough, but with a Mystic Water it would be, but Mystic Water means I cannot use accuracy increasing items, therefore Hydro Pump can miss, and you want to make sure that you don't do that. Alright. I guess Basculegion Surf? Dread do anything? Dread does decent. Like, it can 1v1 alright if it wasn't for the fact that you can get Leech Lifed. Granted, this is like 68, so if I put him at like 70... Because you have the Leech Life recovery to keep in mind, right? That and Stealth Rock. You kind of want to keep Stealth Rock off the field, preferably. And right now, I don't. So, yeah. Yeah, if Leech Life's crit, you could be screwed. No, that's not the part I'm worried about, because I'm Shell Armor, so I can't be crit. So that, I don't care for that. It's more that the recovery of Leech Life could mean that Rock Tomb into that Rock Tomb is not enough. Like, because I need to Rock Tomb turn 1. And then he gets the recovery, and then Liquidation. I guess with the Mystic Water, it is enough. It might be enough. Low roll, high roll. Nope. I guess with a Life Orb, maybe? Yeah, with a Life Orb, I would be fine. But I do need to Rock Slide the first turn. Not to mention, because I do need to Rock Tomb first turn. Not to mention that from here, I don't know what comes in. It could be Cradily, seeing kill with Power Whip. It could be Tyrantrum. No, it's always Tyrantrum, actually. Because Tyrantrum will always see a kill, and it's always going to be faster. Except unless he uses Rock Tomb himself. Because then I'm going to be -1, and all of a sudden, Cradily comes in again. So it's also a diverging line that happens. And I'd prefer not to have that turn 1, you know? So, what now? Alright, so for the first few, let's do the easy things first. Sneasler, provided there is no... Never mind. Mamo sits on Auroras. So Mamo is brought in, and like, I'm not even scared of anything he can do, right? That part is easy. I give it a soft send, it outspeeds, and it's guaranteed to kill. No worries. Tyrantrum. Oh dear God. What do I do here? It's probably a combination of like Prim and maybe like a leveled Sneasler. Because at 70, a crit head smash would not kill me. And if I know that Prim is going to be hit by skill shot, she can come in. And then pivot to Sneasler. And with a black belt, close combat is guaranteed to kill. So I guess that's my way around that. But all this is already contingent on not having Stealth Rock up. I guess at 73, I don't need it for Sneasler. Yeah, at level 73, I don't need it for Sneasler, because Head Smash, even with Stealth Rock up, does not kill. But Prim, if Prim can come in on Head Smash whatsoever, or even Earthquake, I am screwed. And then for Cradilly, I guess Berserker sits on it quite well. With like 2 Iron Heads, but it's gonna curse on me, so it's not nearly as good as it looks. Maybe like a leveled up Gliss. Like if I put him at like 70, then all of a sudden Leech Life sits on it quite well, but Rock Slide is still dealing hefty damage, maybe triggering EX it. I guess Sneasler CC also kills Cradilly. Wait. If I can take the kill... onto Armaldo with a pivoting move, or with Sneasler close combat, I just win, right? Yeah, I would. Oh, this fight is mega easy! Wait a second, I'm way overcomplicating this. It's just flip turn Armaldo, it's a slow flip turn, so he's only going to rock to me at worst, that's not going to do enough damage, and Stealth Rock is not relevant. Then we go to Sneasler, and Sneasler, with that damage, guarantees a kill with close combat. Flip turn crit will never happen because he has battle armor. Close combat kills. Close combat kills. Close combat kills. Close combat kills. I am way overcomplicating this. We are ready. Prim. Level 70. Probably not even 73, right? Let's see what I do need. The lowest I have is this. And the lowest I have is this. 72. Am I sure? You Oko Armaldo or just coping with rocks? I am not Okoing Armaldo, but I'm flip turning in. And Sneasler can chain kill everything else. So if I do enough free damage to Armaldo, Sneasler just one-shots everything after. And he only needs to be at 70? Maybe even? Because if I just give this Mystic Water, then flip turn, close combat kills. Close combat kills, close combat kills. Does 69 work? You want to do as little leveling as you can, right? Flip turn, close combat kills, close combat kills, close combat kills, close combat kills. Easy enough, no getting Moxie today. I mean, this is not the explosion fight yet, right? So, hold your horses on that. I might still get Moxied. Level 69 Sneasler. Mystic Water Prim. Black Belt Sneasler. Flip turn. CC 4 times. Next. Okay, double checking. Flip turn, Mystic Water, 40%. Close combat 61, that's always gonna be enough. Black belts. Close combat kills. Close combat kills. Close combat kills. I can't believe I missed that. We're battle ready. We're gonna do this fight real quick. Lana. Well, next fight. Yeah, I could absolutely get Moxied next fight. Yup, I don't disagree on that whatsoever. But that's next fight. We're gonna work on the next fight after this one. And at least I know exactly what to look for with getting Moxied. Like, I know what can happen that would cause that. Where is my Mystic Water? And Black Belt I have 2 of, so I need to go up a bit. Charcoal, Black Belts. There we go. Here we go. We're also gonna candy up. Ingo to 69. And let's get this easy fight going. And run through. Yeah, it's a very preventable mistake. Just gotta calc precisely. I mean, that's one, for sure. Calculating precisely is one of the 2 things you can do. But the other one is in the animation. You can see from the animation whether or not it's Zoroark. Because Zoroark, when it's sent out, even if it's the illusion, has like a little flicker animation. Like it pops in and out, so to speak. If you know that's happening, and if you know that's something that can happen, you just look at that. You just look out for, okay, did he flicker? Yes, okay, then it's Zoroark. You still gotta calc around 3 explosions though. You're absolutely right. And I definitely am still worried about that. But that's the next step, right? That's the step after. Not to mention, I still have like I have 2 ghost types, so I can probably finagle it somewhat, I hope. But we will see. For now, the first fight. Well, first, this is the 4th fight already. Or the 5th even. Wow, this is going fast. It's going way faster than I thought. Alright, we're ready. Double check the items. Mystic Water, Black Belt, that's it. We were way overcomplicating this for a bit. Initially, we were thinking about, oh yeah, maybe we need to make sure that the rocks do not get on the field, blah 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 blah. I've seen people without ghosts spend days calculating that fight. Yeah, no. I believe that. Yeah, like I said, at first we were just trying to look, okay, how do we manage this? How do we keep the rocks off the field, blah blah blah. And then I clicked Sneasel and was like, wait, this chain kills with a black belt and high enough level. Okay. How do I make sure that he chain kills 4 mons? Oh, I have a flip turn. That's gonna be enough. Bring that according to legend. I don't know what he said. I don't really care. This one is incredibly easy. In fact, I'm probably just gonna put a speed up on it once we did the flip turn, because this is the only turn that's like interesting. Oh no, he used Stealth Rock. So we're gonna do this fight damageless now. Okay, that's not true. The only damage we take is the Stealth Rock chip right now. Alternate Natural Gift after this. Ooh, nice. Alright, we'll fake out. It's not relevant. Not whatsoever. But it's fun. And now, close combat. 1. Punchy punch, and we win. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. After this, we're gonna go ahead and see the Cradilly come in. And this is the point where we just click incredibly fast, because that's all it takes. 3 close combats, 3 kills. Fight done. Congrats. Do you happen to know, Jack, if the ninja looks to the left or to the bottom? Because I don't, and I don't want to, like, run here and go like, oh yeah, let's get my Altarianite, and then, you know, the fight triggers. For now, I'll fly back, I guess. Looks down, but I'm only 98%. Okay, I'm not gonna risk. Like a true Nuzlocke, I'm not risking a 98%. Let's run back or fly back. Okay. You'll take my Pokemon. In the meantime, let's bring this one into Beaten. Put the explosions front and center, or rather at the bottom. And here goes nothing. Explosion is very annoying to fight, to work around. Because of the whole Gen 3 explosion thing. In the meantime, let's bring you guys over here. And bring you to Kigo. Here comes the boom. Oh right, that's not actually your screens. Kigo. Alright, so first off, Licky Licky. Explosion, Body Slam, Power Whip, Knockoff. Cursula with Shadow Ball, Explosion. Oh, that's the wrong page. Oops. There we go. So, Licky Licky, Boom, Body Slam, Power Whip, Knockoff. Cursula, Shadow Ball, Explosion, Hydro Pump, Endure. With a Custap Berry and Perish Body. Glalie, Freeze Dry, Icy Wind, Explosion, Protect with Moody. Fuck that. And finally, a Zoroark. With Night Daze, Flamethrower, Aura Sphere, and Nasty Blot. So, I do think Sneasler is a very clean check to a lot of this. The only exception is the Licky Licky. The one way I might see around that is like a bunch of pivots. Meaning I lead with like Orbeetle, afraid of a knockoff kill, U-turn to Electrode, who then shows a body slam kill and a body slam kill only. Can I do that? Probably not. 102 to 57, so 50, 45, 53 to 94, that's 40. Actually, I can. Nice. So then I guarantee a body slam kill, I Volt Switch again. And go to like Hawlucha, who's Limber or something like that, or I don't know. And like that's the first few bits I see is like, okay, I U-turn, I Volt Switch, and then with the black belt equipped, fake out into CC is not enough, but maybe I can see something that way. Like, okay, I give this Silver Powder to like more guarantee knockoff, better guarantee knockoff. I would U-turn here as he gets knocked off. And that's not going to do enough damage. We Volt Switch as he clicks Body Slam. We can go to like Delmise or something on that. Guarantee knockoff again. Same with Basculegion. Either or doesn't really matter. And then go to Sneasler, something like that. The reason I do this is because Sneasler can just kind of chain kill if like Zoroark comes in first, and if Sneasler has like a if he comes in on knock with no item, he guarantees a kill on all 3 of these. And with enough levels, I can probably take out the Licky Licky. And with enough pre-damage, right? I could maybe just use Delmice at the start anyway. Like, not even overcomplicating it. Just use Delmice. And, like, Grassy Glide. Like, Anchor Shot, something like that. So I'm putting him in CC range from Sneasler. And then he CCs and takes the knock. I can only take 1, actually. So I just Anchor Shot. So I do need to go about it the way I initially said. With the Volt Switch and the U-turn. I'll probably bring Basculegion, but... I'm trying to see, like, how could I guarantee that I come in, like, unscathed with Sneasler? I would need to take the kill with, like, Volt Switch or something, right? That would be the way to do it, with, like, taking the kill with Volt Switch or U-turn. With an item, I can guarantee a knockoff here as well. And that fake out, that deals less than the U-turn, actually. Because that's the way to do this. It's bring Licky Licky low enough with everyone else so that Sneasler comes in preferably unscathed because of Zoroark. Actually, doesn't Night Days have a chance to lower accuracy? It does, right? I believe it does. Okay, Prim is easily the Mon to bring. And I just give it like the zoom lens then. Because then he comes in on Night Days. Maybe I go to... It's Dark Gem boosted, so... Who would be a good Dark Resist? Crook? Crook takes the Night Days, guaranteeing Prim takes Flamethrower or Aura Sphere. And then I can take the kill with Moonblast. And then hopefully be enough in range. Like, I can probably put myself in range for Cursula to see the kill with Shadow Ball. Or Glalie to see the kill with Freeze Dry. But then, no, because then Moody all of a sudden comes into play. Why is this so hard? Why is this such a nightmare of a fight? Jeez. Wait. Oh no, I'm being asked to do something. One sec. One sec. It's locked on. So I'm not here. 1 second. I need to do something real quick. Okay, that should be fixed. Oh, where were we? Oh, right. Can I go back? Yeah, like Jack already said a bit ago, this one probably requires me to take risks. Like, the main thing I'm looking to is a way to get Zorwalk out of the picture. If I can manage to do that... Wait a second. I can do that! Oh my god, why is this so easy? This is just easy. I can just... I'm way overcomplicating this. I can just level Sneasler to level 71. And if I can then bring it in on basically not Body Slam or Explosion, which is just through a ghost type. Pardon me? Then I just have it. I just have it. Alright, so that whole U-turn into Volt Switch, into Anchor Shot, into Hard Pivot on a knockoff, then CC kills, and CC kills, and CC kills. The only thing is Protect. Oh no, because Glalie cannot Protect turn 1. And here... knockoff kills. Hiya, Farobe. You're just in time to see another Sneasler sweep. What was mentioned as a scary first fight turns out to be incredibly easy. I just need to find the right values. So first, we bring Orbital. We bring Electrode. We bring Delmise. And then we bring Sneasler. Sneasler needs to be... 1 second. As I put everything back in place. Sneasler needs to be... level 71. Because at level 71, it's faster than the entire team. Then we need to make sure that Close Combat kills the Licky Licky through Choppleberry without an item. Because it's going to switch in on a knockoff, and we want to make sure that it doesn't come in on like the item being knocked off. Right? The way to do that is we use Silver Powder Orbital at level 70 with 90 HP. I want to make sure that I do that correctly. So no Reflect Up. I thought it was more. I need more, but okay. 90 HP Orbital. He's going to U-turn into Electrode. Electrode will then Volt Switch as he clicks Body Slam, which is going to be, requires me to be at 155 HP. And that's going to go to Delmise. Delmise just baits knockoff because Boom deals no damage. Then Volt Switch and U-turn. And then we like Anchor Shot or Rapid Spin depending on like the HP amount we need to still do. Because at worst, we don't want Delmise to take the kill, right? And the magic number we need... U-turn... So we... First off, we lead Orbital. U-turn to Helek. Volt switch, elect takes knock. Volt switch to Delmize on slam. And then once Licky below 100 and below, let's say 55%. Below 55%. Pivot. Sneasler. Chain. Kill. Everything. On knock. Whip. Or whip, potentially. Probably not, but it might happen in like weird specific scenarios. Low 55%. Delm uses anchor. Uses move to put below 55%. Make sure move doesn't kill. Once Licky below 50-50, 55, pivot sneezer on knock whip, chain kill everything. Yep, we're good to go. Let's get this fight going. Where's my, there it is. Okay. We need Alistair. We're gonna use Ingo. We're gonna use Berg. Berg's suddenly coming to a lot of fights, by the way. And first off, we're gonna use some item, like grab the items. And finally, we need Melee. Surge, and that's it. Then we need Silver Powder on Berg. Silver Powder. And again, that's it. And finally, we need to do a little bit of leveling. That is, Ingo needs to go to level 71. Now we are ready. Kind of. We need to do some pre-damaging, but I'll do that in a little bit. And we're running back, we're running back. This is such a long, drawn-out route, right? Yeah, I hate the grass. Like the tall, like the long grass, like the really long grass is so annoying. All right, and here we are. Almost too fast. Now we're going to pre-damage our team. We need Berg at 90. And we need Electrode at 155. I want to double check that. Yeah. That'll do the trick. Then we are ready. So again, oh wait, sorry about that. So like before, we were looking at like, oh god, what do we need to do to dodge all the explosions? Actually, no, what we mostly we're worried about is like, oh god, the Zoroark, how do we handle it? And then we looked and it's like, oh wait, Ingo's speed is quite close. Now it's faster. And that's all we need. Because the damage Ingo does is enough. And you were right, it's actually on the other one. Hondu berries. You'd think they're useless. They're useful for something very specific. Same with the Squalid berry. Sadly, only one. Same with Kelpsy berries. What they do is they enable what she teaches us. Nature's Guns. Confused, let me teach your Pokemon how to use them. The move that she allows you to learn is Natural Gift. Natural Gifts is a great move to allow some more damage and some more coverage specifically. Same with these Pinap berries. Like, all of these are basically just fodder for the Natural Gift. For whoever can use it. I believe it's this physical move in this game, but I'm not entirely sure. Mickle berries are actually pinch berries as well, but like not really specific. Not really something I'm gonna probably use. Durin berries. And I believe there may be more up here. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna just double check the item list over here. Not you. You? Item lists. Items. We have a Struggle Bug TM still to get somewhere. Probably later. But we did get how the move trigger for Natural Gifts. We got a bunch of berries. We got... Ooh. Right. You could already see it like a little bit ago. Over here, there's an Altaria. And all of a sudden we have a Mega Altaria at our disposal. Which is an incredible addition to the team. Alright, I'm gonna just trust that that's everything for now. Looking at it, it probably is. The only thing that I might have missed is the Struggle Bug TM. But that probably comes in a while. Like, that, I wager that's something that'll come in due time. Even if it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's get this fight on the road. Do I have everyone at the right screen? I do, then here we go. I will adopt the movements of Pokemon and create new ninja techniques. Alright, kiddo. Probably should do that in a higher octave, right? Oh. This Licky Licky is one of 3 bombs that this ninja is peddling. This Licky Licky has Explosion, and it's primed to use it, unless it sees that it can kill me. Right now, it can kill me with Knockoff. So we're safe to click U-turn in this situation. We are gonna go to Melly, who can take the knockoff. Melly here is pre-damage as well, specifically so that this knockoff puts Melly into Body Slam range. Because with that Body Slam range, Licky Licky is never gonna explode again. It's gonna see a kill with Body Slam. And we're gonna get right on out of here again. Volt switching out, dealing a bit more chip. And we're gonna go to Alistair. Alistair can take that Body Slam, being a ghost type. Yup. And right now, that damage looks to be 65-ish%. Alright, then we're safe to click Anchor Shot. He's gonna knock off. We have no items, so nothing to knock off. We can take one knockoff, alright. Anchor Shot here. Yeah, that is why we wanted to double check the range. Now he's very low, But even now, he's never going to explode on us. Because it just sees that it deals no damage. He's gonna knock off, and we're gonna go to Ingo. Ingo can take that knockoff just fine. He resists it, and Licky Licky's attack stat is not the most insane. Finally, we're gonna close combat for a kill. Licky Licky has a Chople Berry, that's why we needed to do this entire song and dance. Because with the Chople Berry, it would have lived a close combat from Sneasler. Quite handily, in fact. Alright. As Sneasler now baits down the line and gets some experience for doing so. All 4 of them do, by the way. Well done, everyone. We bait down the line, so Cursula comes in. Cursula has a Cut Step Berry and Perish Body. It also has Endure. So we're just gonna knock it off here. That knockoff would kill unless he endures. If he does, that is fine. He doesn't, so Cursula is just done. It's just gone. And there goes the Cut Step Berry. We did not even get Perish Bodied, it seems. I guess if it kills, then Perish Body cannot activate. Cool. Okay, Glalie here is its 3rd bomb. And yes, this is in fact a Glalie. I'm not getting Moxied here. This is in fact Glalie. Even if it isn't, we don't care. Glalie here, as it's the first turn, it does have Protect, but on turn 1, it's never going to. So we were safe to close combat there. It had Moody, so we needed to kill at turn 1. And then we have 1 more to go, and that's the Zoroark. That's that flickering I was talking about, and you may have seen an earlier video of mine. Close combat, outspeeds, kills, and this is the boom fight, completely riskless. Awesome. 1 more to go, and then we can get to... Oh, 2 more to go, actually. Yeah, 2 more to go. The first one is another Ninja Boy. The second one is supposedly very hard. We will see. For now, we're going to fly away. Alright. We're out. And we're going to heal. And I'm going to quickly stand somewhere else to, like, have some variation in the music, right? It's always good. Stand here. Alright. With this fight done, let's go ahead and take a look at the next. Beaten. Filter it out. Focus. The next one, oh god, there's an Arena Trapmon there. So, my first thought was to use Galissapod with First Impression. I don't remember what level it learns it at, though. I'm being a bit too fast. Because this next fight first needs to show up on screen. And it's much more relaxing watching you instead of doing my calcs. I don't blame that. It's always more like, I always notice if I'm like in someone else's stream or something like that, it's much more relaxing to look at someone else planning than to do your own planning. It's so much, like the pressure is off, right? You can feel, I can definitely feel that pressure. I always notice I can. So yeah. Alright, the one thing I wanted to check, first and foremost, is Gliss. When does it get... Level 61 it already gets First Impression. Oh, wow. Because then At level 61, it already does a fast kill on Greninja. That honestly sounds very good. And because Mega Ampher, like, I have two options here. Greninja is faster than everything on my team. So I can take a hit somewhere and deal damage back. Like here, for example, against Basque Legion, I know he's going to Extra Sensory me. The problem there is it's going to flinch me. There's also the option of Hisuian Electro with like a Life Orb or something. Huh. I mean, that works. That means Durant comes in. That's honestly better, right? That's better. I take Life Orb Chip. Yeah, that works. That just works. Okay. So, here's the plan then. For the first off, let's bring you guys on over to the Calcum page because I'm busy and I'm not showing you guys that I'm busy. Riley. The final fight of Route 120. At last. First off, we're gonna bring Life Orb, level 72, Helek. We're also bringing Talon. Like, so far, so good. Yeah, no, so far, so good. This part is easy. Because, first off, we're T-Bolt kills Grenin. Like, that's just a fast kill. Plain and simple. Right, with Life Orb, Thunderbolt, and Energy Ball guarantee kill. Easy, right? First things first, easy. 1 second, I'm getting a ping. Oh boy. So, do we need any of these to work with the others? Not really like this pressure for me. I'm just currently too drained to care. Yeah, that'll do it. Knowledge. But if it's very how was Kigo? Incredibly easy. Because I just noticed that Sneasler outspeeds and kills every single one of them. The only exception is Licky Licky, so I just need to pre-damage with like some switches. And if everything's pre-damage, yeah. Thought that might happen. Yeah, no, yeah. It did. Yeah, not much more I can say about that. It did. 1 sec. I need to... What is going on? Come on. Why do I need... What's going on? Okay. Why does everything happen? That's what I'm trying to do. What? Why? Whatever. Okay. It's coming later. So. With this one, looking at it, Greninja, easy. Thunderbolt kill, next. I also show a kill on the Duck Trio with Energy Ball. And I outdamage Bisharp. No, I don't, but he won't see a kill, whereas Durant will. So I can Volt Switch out as he X-Scissors. And Talonflame can take that and Flare Blitz for kill. Then Duck Trio sees a fast kill with Stone Edge, which I should be able to take somewhere. I don't know where yet, but I will find it. Memo. Because he should not Final Gambit or Memento. He's always going to Stone Edge me, because that is guaranteed to kill. Final Gambit probably is as well, but if it is, then even then Stone Edge, yeah. Even then Stone Edge should be the move that it clicks, because that sees a kill without actually killing itself. So I can go to Mamo, and with a Never Melt Ice, I take the Stone Edge perfectly fine. Ice Shard kills. Finally, Bisharp. He's gonna Iron Head me the first turn, probably. So I need to bring in something that can take that. Salazzle comes to mind, but that is baiting Sucker, which is fine, because then I just do a second switch somewhere. Actually, no. Iron Head. Nope, that doesn't work either. Sneasler, maybe? No. Okay, Gyarados. Intimidate, but that's Defiant. No, that's baiting Defiant, and I cannot have that happen. Kingdra? Kingdra takes the Iron Head, baits Sucker, and that means he's always doomed to Sucker the next turn, and then I can just go to Hawlucha on the Sucker Punch and outspeed and kill with CC. Yep, alright, easy. It's Helek, Talon, Never Melt Ice, Mamo, Kingdra, Holu. Kills Grenin, Volt Switch to Talon. Talon takes KO, baits Doug. Pivot Mamo on Stone Edge. Ice Shard for kill. This Ice Shard is a guaranteed kill with the Never Melt Ice. Then he's gonna bring in Bisharp. Bisharp comes in, clicks Iron Head. Pivot Kingdra on Iron Head. Pivot Holu on Sucker. Holu KOs with CC. And he can take one Sucker Punch. Is there ever a chance that I get Pursuited with Bisharp? Like on Mamo specifically? No, not on Mamo. On Kingdra. No, not on Kingdra. So I'm not missing anything. These 5 just do the trick. Then here we go. We are ready and we're gonna grab everyone. Honestly, this has been going a lot faster than I thought it would. So I'm very content with how today has been going so far. Let's see, who did I say again? I said Candace. Mace, you're still only at 7 deaths. Yeah, same. I'm honestly still massively impressed with how that's going. It always surprises me how I guess it's also just kind of being on a roll, right? If you keep doing well, you keep being able to do well, so to speak. Who am I missing? I'm missing Kingdra. Claire. Let's do the item cleanup. I always forget to do that. Putting it back in the bag. You're gonna get a life orb. Life orb. You're getting never melt ice. No. Never melt ice. And that's it. No one else needs an item. It's just that simple. Honestly, the most annoying part is I think there's like 2 deaths I did not even need to get of those 7. So it's still a poor performance comparatively. Like, okay, that's not entirely fair to say, but it still feels like I could have done better. And that's the weirdest part of it all. I've lost 1 Mon on a wild encounter and 1 Mon on a random fight where I needed to do like 3 points of free damage to avoid it. Granted, it wasn't like a Lowland Executor who's not really known for being incredibly useful, and Zoroark who's even less known for being useful. So yeah, but yeah, no, it's still weird. Anyway, I'm gonna double check my items. Life Orb, Never Melt Ice, nothing, nothing, nothing. I'm looking at Ingo. I don't need to look at Ingo, I need to look at Bruno. I do need to double check that I didn't have him like... Okay, even if I do, I could do it with Ingo as well, so it's not really relevant. I'm gonna just put everyone in order, I guess. Let's go. Let's go for the final fight of the route. We ninja conceal ourselves under our camouflage cloaks. I bet you didn't know where I was. Yeah, sure. The fake tree was very unclear. Riley, we're gonna take a battle. Greninja takes the stage, and on my end, Electro does. Thunderbolt is guaranteed to KO this Greninja, so even though it has very nice coverage, it's basically Gen 6 OU Protean Greninja. We don't care. We just take the kill. This baits in Durant. Durant sees a kill with X-Scissor and X-Scissor only. We Volt Switch out because we're faster and we don't really care that he can X-Scissor us for kill. Take another bit of Life Orb chip, that's fine. Melly did everything she needed to do. They needed to do, apologies. Faulkner comes in, Quad resist X-Scissor and is very much able to KO the Durant. And Flame Body as insult to injury. I could probably kill it with Brave Bird. I'm just gonna Flare Blitz. It doesn't matter. Bye-bye, Durant. Now, we're gonna go ahead and see Dark Trio coming in, seeing a fast kill with Stone Edge. Thankfully, we have Candace who can take a Stone Edge quite alright. And Candace, while being slower, does have priority, as is natural for a Mem's going to have Ice Shard here. Is very strong, and against a Ductrio, frail as shit as it is, it's enough to kill. Bite. Stone Edge missed even. Oh, wow. It's not even gonna matter. But, yeah. Candace takes that kill. Finally, here comes Bisharp. Bisharp is gonna click Iron Head. Because Bisharp sees that it's faster, so it's always clicking Iron Head. We're gonna go to Claire for the Iron Head. She can take that just fine, being a water type and all, and decently bulky, even at underleveled. Even while underleveled. That's one, and now that baits Sucker Punch. Bruno comes in on Sucker Punch because that's a free switch. Yup. And Bruno is faster, is not threatened by Sucker Punch, and close combat is a guaranteed kill. Bye. Route 120 complete. Very nice, very easy. We're doing great so far, barring the early split kill that we had, or the death that we had. All right, Route 121, here we are. And we instantly have a fight before we can do anything else, so we're gonna fly back. Bye-bye. Fly me to the tree. And heal me. Actually, I'm in a mood for different music. Anyone got any requests for the music? Where are we gonna fly today? Anyone want to hear something specific? I'm gonna guess there's not really anything, but I always like Verdant Turf. Like, that music is just very soothing. I always just enjoy this music. Nice. Verdant Turf. Verdant Turf is such... You have good taste if you like Verdant Turf, for sure. Clear items. Alright, let's focus up the next fight. Oh, dear. It's so relaxing. I love it. Alright, this fight has been beaten. And then we can go to Route 121 for our focus. I'm gonna go to Tammy and Cole. Remember you losing your mind about that on way to Winstitute? Flying seems so nice. Let's backtracking. Oh yeah. God, no, but like the backtracking parts with Weather Institute, like at some point that's just too much, you know? At some point you just want the convenience of fly, because it's just time waste. It's just time waste. Alright. This is the hardest fight for this split so far. Probably gonna keep saying that for a bit, but yeah, that's kind of what happens when you are back to the very first part of a split. Tammy and Cole. They're a double battle built around neutralizing gas and air balloons. They use Slacking and Archeops for massive and fast damage. I'm not quite sure how we're gonna handle this. I've not really looked at it specifically. That's what we're gonna do right now. Okay. I need to shift this ever so slightly. There we go. So, first off, which side do we focus? The attacking side or supporting side? I feel like this is a supporting side angle because I have Slowbro here who can just kind of do the thing, you know? get rid of Wheezing Galar, and then get rid of Wheezing. If I can then bait the right moves from both Mons, I can just make this fight significantly easier. With a Twisted Spoon equipped, Slowbro just chain kills those two. Gas and stopping, protecting the other side. Yeah, no, that's kind of my goal here as well. So we're gonna do Twisted Spoon, Slowbro. That's first. Then we probably need something to bait moves from slacking. Preferably not Earthquake, so Slowbro is not getting hit. I wager that's Sceptile, because that also baits Gunk Shot from the Wheezings and Gunk Shot and Sludge Bomb respectively. Yeah, that sounds about right. So, Sceptile. And probably Sceptile pre-damage to 164. The only issue is we don't know what move Slacking is going to use between Return and Fire Punch. But that's fine. We've got a physical behemoth in Torkoal, is what I was going to say, but that Return deals a lot still. Basculegion then, I guess. First, let's put these two in. Yeah, so Sceptile detects, well, he sees a fast kill with Return or Fire Punch, and he sees a slow kill with Gunk Shot. Then we go to a resist of Return and Fire Punch. Alternatively, Gliss, maybe, but I think this is just... Hisuian Arcanine is even an option, I guess. The problem then becomes we'll see a kill, it's a Slowbro after. Is that an issue? Yes. No, it isn't. No, because then... How does that work, actually? How does, if neutralizing gas expires, does the turn after always become a Truant turn, or is it dependent on the turn count? Because it's turn 3 then for Slacking, right? So is it going to be that he's like loafing around that turn, or is it still going to be an attacking turn? I don't think it matters for how we're gonna do this specifically, but I think it does matter for like how these first two turns go, but it does matter for the turn after. Right? So that's the main reason why I'm asking. Let's see, if he takes the crit Return and the crit Sludge Bomb, he's not dead, but he does need to Petcha. I'd say the latter. I do believe that's the case. Actually, I might as well ask and help. Ask on Showdown. When neutralizing gas expires with a... I might as well ask, right? I figured... Actually, you know, I can ask, but I don't know if that actually translates. As long as gas is up, it's a normal Pokemon. I mean, true. Definitely true. But that doesn't give me the answer on whether or not it... Once the gas stops, it's like first turn. I've seen both, is the thing. I have seen both. I'm gonna check Bulbapedia if there's anything on it. But I believe I've seen both be what happens. Because it, like... It might even depend on, like, speed, right? Because if it's if neutralizing gas stops and then it attacks, then it would, like, the next turn you should be loafing around, I guess. Let's see. Neutral, because it's a thing that's like somewhat common in competitive. Like, you see slacking in Gen 9 VGC sometimes, right? Abilities that activate in game, but if stops applying. Okay, before anything else, let's look back and like at the Archeops. Not that well versed in VGC. No, same. Like, I know of it. I don't know how it works specifically. So that's why I'm wondering. You know what? For now, let's ignore it and just go take a look at what happens the first few turns. Because Slowbro takes the kill. I know the first 2 turns, there's never an Earthquake, right? I know for a fact that he's never going to Earthquake turn 1 or turn 2. So I'm never scared of Slowbro taking any hit whatsoever that first turn. That much I know. I also know that I would be in a checkmate situation if I can get Archeops in while either Hisuian Electrode or Mamoswine or Berserker, like 2 of those 3 are on the field. Lycanroc Dusk is also in that conversation. Right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if these, like 2 of these 4 are on the field, as Archeops is, then those 4 combine to take the kill. Sneasler is barely too slow. It's speed tie. There's also, like, if I have a fake out Mon switching in as I take the kill with the other Mon, it also works provided it is Berserker. Like, the other Mon taking the kill is Berserker or Mamoswine or Hisuian Electrode. Right? That works too. So, how do I put myself into that situation? Like, these 2 are like clear so far. Turn 1, turn 2, protect Sceptile, Psychic, Slowbro for kill. Both attack Sceptile. Turn 2, switch to something. Slowbro, Psychics, Wheezing for kill. Other Mon takes 2 hits. Slowbro, Psychics, Wheezing for kill. That's what I know so far, right? And turn 3, Slowbro can do another hit here with like Psychic or Future Sight while I switch out the other Mon. Like the two that most come to mind to take, like, it's Fire Punch or Return from slacking, and a Poison move from wheezing. A normal or fire resist. Like a normal resist would be slacking. Or no, would be Basket Legion. Basket Legion honestly takes the least. And if I just give it like a tiny mushroom or timer ball or whatever, then I do still bait knockoff with a tiny bit of free damage. Do you understand how Truant works when neutralizing gas goes away? No. I've been trying to look that up, but I don't know the exact specifics. That's one of the rare interactions that I don't quite know the answer to. I believe it's that... I don't know if it depends on turn count or like move order. It's either of those two, right? It's either because it's turn 3, the neutralizing gas is still active, or it's because slacking moved while neutralizing gas was not active. Truant will not activate yet. It's either of those two. There's a third in where it depends on like neutralizing gas came on the field on turn 2, so then it's at 0, and then once that exits the field, it goes from when neutralizing gas gets on the field. It's one of those 3, and I don't know which of the 3 it is. It's weird, right? It's generally like a gimmicky situation that it's a gimmick that you see in VGC, but I don't know it. It's one of the hardest things to figure out. I think it's either even turns are slacking off, or it's always slacking first turn after. Thank you. That narrows it down to 2 to 3. Actually, no, it doesn't. I don't know. I'm like, it's not that. No, it's. Oh, I will. Oh, 1 second, I do need to... Wolfie didn't know the answer when he had this in his team. He bet his opponent didn't either. I mean, fair. For sure, fair. Where is my... There it is. I need to share this. Everyone with the link can... Yeah, can edit. All right, that's sent out. All right. I don't wanna find out right in battle, right? I know. Oh, I know. I just checked the old what's it called? Best prediction is in this calc is doubles as funny. The bait prediction in this calc in doubles is funny. There's just a pretty simple solution. It's looking at SMANT. It's the small end VODs and look for this fight. Because maybe I can probably find the answer from that, right? Let's see. Then we are here. That's Hell Room, so I'm too far. Let's go. Messed up. He was pretty meticulous. Yeah, no, exactly. So that's why I thought of that. There's Duraludon in this fight. I believe that's... No, this one is not my... That's the fight I'm not at yet. I've already done. because I see Musharna. Then there's this one, then there's the Moxie fight, there's the Vivian fight. Oh, Slacking fight. There we go.
Great job of doing that. And Psychic will kill the second Wheezing. Psychic gets a Fire Punch, that's good. That's a low amount of damage. Last guy in Sludge Bomb. It's paralyzed, so it can't get poisoned, because that's extra damage that we might not have anticipated. Psychic should kill
Holy
the
shit.
Wheezing.
The team
Now,
he's using is the
based on
exact
what
same ones I have in
experts
mind
in
so
chat said,
far.
Slacking will always attack on odd-numbered turns, and will be truant on even-numbered turns. So, Slacking should attack on this turn because it is turn number 3.
And we're gonna double check that
It
it's
will see
actually
a
true.
guaranteed kill on Alaska, which means it has to do that. It sees a guaranteed.
He's gonna switch in a
And I'm gonna
flying
switch into my
type.
flying type Dino Nugget. Should
and
take 0
another
damage
flying
because it's
type.
Earthquake. If it's truant on this turn, we're in a real bad spot.
And he... Okay. So... Got it. So... On Smallland's fight... on turn 1 and turn 2, he kills... a... Wheezing... with a Slowbro. He leads with a Sceptile and a Slowbro. And then switches out the Sceptile into Hisuian Arcanine. So, my plan here, being the exact same, kind of shows that that's probably the right choice. And anyway, on turn 3, it's going to attack. That's the main conclusion that we came to, that we need to come to. He attacks on turn 3. So we know he's Earthquaking on that turn. And we can switch in Mons to take that Earthquake. Or something like that. I can also see like Slowbro staying in on the Earthquake. Using a Psychic, and then I bring in my 2 priority using Mons or something like that. Or like... Yeah, no, that actually works. Because I can Psychic on the 3rd turn, taking the Earthquake as something else comes in. I wager it's like Talonflame or something. Talonflame, or maybe even Hawlucha. Something like that. And then the highest damage I can deal is probably Bullet Punch, right? Looking at it, it's Bullet Punch, right? Yeah, it's Bullet Punch. And it's Thunderbolts from Electrode. Like, that one I know for a fact that that's the case. And the second highest is... It's between Berserker and Lycanroc, and both are underleveled, but Lycanroc is further underleveled. The reason I'm doing that is because with like a magnet, I can Thunderbolt it, and then Lycanroc at like 70 with a Heartstone. No, not Rarebone, Heartstone. That's not enough. Ooh. What about using Future Sight? Then I switch out. No, that doesn't work. Maybe a Life Orb here. So Psychic. And then maybe I have something. Do I just have something else to outspeed it? Maybe. Talonflame would be faster. And Electro just shows a kill almost. So with Talonflame like leveled up once, I have a Talonflame that outspeeds, and an Electrode that outspeeds. And Talonflame also outspeeds Slacking. And he can actually, like, do decent damage with, like, Brave Bird or something. Give it, like, a Charcoal and its Flare Blitz. And Thunderbolt here with a Magnet. Maybe give it a little Life Orb instead. Then I think it's just these 5 that need to come. So, go over the general plan. Turn 1, Sceptile, Slowbro. Protect, Psychic, kills. He has Twisted Spoon. Psychic. Turn 2, Psychic kills again. And he is attacking Sceptile. We go to Hisuian Arcanine to take either Return or Fire Punch and Sludge Bomb. I'm just gonna steal what Sman did and pre-para Hisuian Arcanine. Honestly, probably better. It doesn't really matter though. Because then the turn after, Slacking is gonna Earthquake. Hisuian Arcanine takes the Earthquake. Slowbro takes the Earthquake. Slowbro can take an Earthquake, alright. That's not dealing enough damage to be scary. And we Psychic it again. We Psychic Slacking this time. We have switched to Talonflame. Talonflame can then... On the turn he's loafing, he can also just attack. So I just... Acrobatics. As Hisuian Electrode comes in. And that's going to happen while loafing. And then I can do another Acrobatics plus a Thunderbolt for the kill. Then Archeops comes in. And Electrode and Talonflame outspeed and combine for a kill. Thunderbolt deals most of it. And the last bit, Acrobatics, does enough. Yes. Pre-parad Hark. Level 70 Talon. Magnet Electrode. No, not Magnet. I did Life Orb. But Magnet should work as well, but we're just gonna do Life Orb. Nah. I might as well check, right? Because it's definitely enough here. And here... Psychic... Acro... Yeah, no, that's still enough. Okay. Magnet Electrode. And let's go. I already have a fair bit of the team on me, so that helps. I think as backup, I will bring, I guess, Poppy. Ingo can be put in the box. I need Silen. I don't need Candace. I need to switch the items. I'm gonna first get the rest of the team. I need Hamilton. And I need Will. And that's everyone, right? Sceptile, Faulkner, Melly, Hamilton, Will, Poppy. Not in that order, but yes. Then we're gonna get rid of the items and put the right items at the right place. Whatever, we'll give you the Life Orb. It doesn't matter anyway. Twisted Spoon. Twisted Spoon. Poppy doesn't need anything, then we're ready to go. We just need to pre-damage and pre-para. I will do the para here, because that's better. Paralysis on Hamilton. Yes. We are gonna switch Will to the front. And Silen needs to be pre-damaged to specifically 164 HP. So I'm gonna do that right now as well. Pre-damage 164. 164 to guarantee that Wheezing sees a kill into Sceptile. With Sludge Bomb and Sludge Bomb only. Then let's fly on back to Fortree. And then we're gonna go ahead and run all the way to the Route 121. We're back at the part where you need to do a bunch of walking again. It's fine. I'm not gonna have a mental breakdown this time. And down here. And went through the rain. Past these two and cut it there. Alright, team is at the ready. No, it's not. I just need to level Talonflame 1 level. So we do need Faulkner to be faster. Double checking that at level 70 it's enough. 70 is enough. Okay. In the same vein, is the damage enough on Slowbro? Yes. Double checking. Easily. Yes. Then here we go. Silent is our lead, Will is our lead. Item-wise, these check out. Twisted Spoon, 164 HP. He's paralyzed. He has a magnet or a life orb. Life orb, doesn't matter which of the two. He's only taking damage from his own item. Then here we go. Ooh, more berries. In due time. For now, we are battle ready. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. There are powers beyond our understanding in the world. Can you see that I have all this stuff with me? Despite that, you still insist. I'm not gonna try anymore. Alright, here we go. Someone's calling me a firework. Anyway, Tammy and Kale. Slacking and Wheezing. And on our end, Silent and Will. Wheezing floats in the air with an air balloon. Slacking is looking to do a lot of damage. We are pre-damaged specifically for not this interaction, for next turn's interaction. Slacking and Wheezing both see a kill into Silent, so we're going to detect. And we're also going to Psychic the Wheezing, because that's guaranteed to see a kill happen over there. Fire Punch and Gunk Shot, both of those into Protect, so we're good. Psychic kills Wheezing number 1. Air Balloon popped. Yay. Alright, Wheezing number 2. And this one also sees a kill into Silent. This is why we needed a pre-damage, because Wheezing Sludge Bomb at minimum deals 164 HP. We needed to see a kill into Silent. We're going to switch to Hamilton on both the Fire Punch or Return from Slacking and the Sludge Bomb from Wheezing. And we're going to take another kill with Will on the other Wheezing. Hamilton here is pre-paralyzed so that the return into Sludge Bomb, crit, poison would not kill us. We also could have used the Pecha Berry. This is slightly more efficient technically. It doesn't really matter anyway. Wheezing number 2, down. And that is the ability neutralizing gone. Silent leveled up 1 level. Annoying, not relevant. On this turn, Slacking should click Earthquake, because that sees a kill onto Hamilton. So we're switching to Faulkner on that, and we're going to Psychic the Slacking. It used not... What? What? Why? Why? Why did it knock off? It should have seen a kill. What? You calc with item. Yes, I did. With an item, it deals at most 136. 162. It did not see a kill on Will, and for Hisuian Arcanine, it should have seen a kill with Earthquake. A fast kill even. So how did it happen? What? Can someone clip that for me, please? Weird as that sounds, because I don't really do that much. Can someone clip that so we can actually, like, look into why this happened? Because this looks, for all intents and purposes, like it shouldn't have happened. And this feels like -1 Twisted Spoon where it really didn't need to be, you know? In fact, this might even be run ending. Not run ending, but it's definitely bad. It's not, okay, it's not gonna affect this fight. It shouldn't affect this fight. I'm just gonna use Flare Blitz instead of Acrobatics and we should be fine. Like, it's not a big deal for this fight specifically. But I don't get this. This feels wrong. This feels very, very wrong. Like, there was a prime Earthquake suspect in Hisuian Arcanine. Was it because we're paralyzed that it was like, oh yeah, I don't care, I can just knock off instead for a turn? Okay, this is weird. This is so weird. Like, looking at back, it's so weird. At least Scanner is close, you get Heist Mons. I guess? I mean, I have Kecleon who naturally learns roleplay, and I still have skill swap, so like, yes, probably. Okay, look, in practice, this probably doesn't matter nearly as much as I made it out to be. A Twisted Spoon is not the biggest deal to lose in the grand scheme of things, but it's the principle, right? It's like, why did that happen? It should not happen. In hindsight, I'm very glad that I gave Melly a Life Orb, because now it definitely should be killing me. I should definitely be killing with all the moves I use towards slacking, but this was so weird. This was so weird. It wasn't burned either. I was about to fucking say, why did the Lumberry not activate? Because then it's definitely just weird as shit. I'm gonna Acrobatics and I'm gonna Thunderbolt, and that should just kill. I think Thunderbolt on its own just kills. Barely not. Okay, well, whatever. Acrobatics now kills. There goes Slacking. Melly's now level 73. Congratulations. And now Archeops is outsped by both Faulkner and Mally. and Brave Bird and Thunderbolt combined to kill it for sure. Thunderbolt is a range. I'm not sure if that's the same at 73, but it should probably be one still. If it isn't, fine. See, it still was, but it was a very favorable one. But even if that were not to kill, Faulkner was still faster and still would have killed Archeops easily. Alright. Now I want to see if I was actually bugged, like if that was actually just a bugged interaction or not. 34. That's close to max, right? Nice. 34 citrus berries. 13 is close to minimum. That's fine because we just got maximum, so that's fair. And these are lumberries. Nice. 25, I believe, is a high roll as well. And 16. Alright, that's neat. Berries get. And a full restore. Yay. Yeah, even max defense, max level in double, it does 100% min. That sounds about right. Okay, Have I suddenly found, like, a completely new bug? I'm gonna look at the bug list real quick. Because this feels like something that should not have happened. If it's anything with... Knockoff. Knockoff has no bugs. Earthquake. It is a known bug. AI doesn't see its partner Pokemon correctly as fainted. It can still be discouraged to use Magnitude or Earthquake even if the only Pokemon remaining on their side on the field. Even if it's the only Pokemon remaining on their side of the field. Okay, so it is known. It is a known bug and it's a bug. Well, thank God I wasn't punished with a crit. Okay. Well, okay, let's end this on a high note, shall we? Let's get the Route 121 encounter. Oh, hey, that's not the right order. Does that always apply? Yes. It always seems to... I think it always applies. And because it saw a kill... I don't know what the actual number was there because it saw a kill. Let's see the AI documentation. Move AI. With Earthquake. Earthquake. It is an additional -10. Because the hit partner, your partner would be hit by EQ and it's a poison type. So yes, that was a guarantee. I'm also real quick going to put this guy above the chat box. That's better. Alright, alright. Let's, like I said, end on a high note. Let's get that encounter. What would be a good team for this encounter list? It's definitely might catch him on in Nana. There's a lot of psychic types, so I'm probably bringing a dark type in Clay. Oh no, wait. I don't need to. Nana is psychic type itself. I'll bring, like, my best special wall in Lana. My best physical wall in Will. I need a bug resist. Also need to grab my items. I think Cress is also just a decent bring. not bringing Hamilton. I'll bring Wolfric. And what else? Like a Shittermon probably in Janine. Oh, also, with the found Altaria Knight, Winona is online. Okay, I think this team should do for... Is there anything I'm not covering here? Cleavor, maybe? Cleavor, probably. Like, I need a rock resist. That's unironically Ingo. And I'm not bringing... Will, then, I guess. It is a psychic resist and a fighting resist that I don't have otherwise. It's a fight where it helps and Prim doesn't... Coming up. Look, I'm not gonna risk Lana, like, ever. It's just there because it resists Dark and Ice and is a decently good special wall. And we're just gonna citrus everything here, I guess. Cons I get, against Gustavo, you have a Scraggy that Prim doesn't handle, but Altaria does. Oh, gotcha. Nice. We will, see in due time, then. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do another full fight now. I think I'm gonna get this capture and then call it. And then continue tomorrow. But yeah, no, that's a good shout. Thank you. I'm still a bit hung up on the earthquake thing. I was unintentionally risking the life of Slowbro, where I really didn't need to. I could have just brought a Mon for that, right? I could have just brought an Ingo. Okay, what are we hoping for here? I wager... a good psychic resist is what I heard, but I have like a fair few dark types. I'm looking at like Alakazam. I'm looking at Scizor actually. I don't really have a lot of like aggressive bug stab. So I think would be nice to have Scizor. I think Scizor would be my main favorite. Curlia or Medicham ideally. Why Curlia and not Gardevoir or Gallade, if I may ask? Medicham is also very good. I believe that. No, I believe that wholeheartedly. Because you choose the Evo. Yeah, fair. Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's a good point. No, I need to put off the repellents. Alright, let's see what we can get here. It's... Pidgeot. Okay, look, a good special attacker is not something I have a lot of right now. So, I don't mind, but this definitely feels like... I get you saying it's overhated. I think it's probably still good. but it feels, yeah, it feels underwhelming because of like what I could have gotten. All right, let's see. I'm gonna double check that like my data is not like dead to whatever it might have, you know? Where is its moveset? Let's check the moveset. Here. Pidgeot. At level 56, it knows the moves. Brave Bird, Mirror Move, Roost, Dual Wing Beat. Pidgeot. Blank set. 56. Brave Bird. Brave Bird can never kill me. Okay, good. Then I can just kind of quick ball here. And we're gonna look from there what happens. Just get in. Just make it easy for me. Nice! Pidgeot obtained. And now I need to find another name for this. I feel like calling him Blue. I know Blue is not really a type specialist, but hi, that's me, Virtuous to run it. Fair. Yeah, no, I feel like this is just a... Yeah, I'm gonna call him Blue. I like Blue. Yeah, Blue is known for his Pidgeot, exactly. So it does fit. It feels like it fits. Okay, let's go take a look at Blue. And let's... I forgot to get a flyer. Man. It's gonna take a minute to get back again. And up. And so close to Safari PC too. I know, right? Which would have been so much easier. Oh well, we're here. And a little more speed up. Hi. Go in this street in the middle of the whirlwind. Backman wants to learn to move Hurricane. Nice. It's a ball up. That's what sums up. What is he saying? What is Blood saying? Whatever. Alright, are you a guy? Blue. Docile nature. Neutral keen eye. I wager that's its only ability. I don't think it matters much anyway. It's its only ability. Figured. And IV-wise, it's a bit of a shame for the speed, but beyond that, this is a guy. And it has Roost already. Mirror Move might do some cheeky shit. Like you Mirror Move Earthquake or something like that. But yeah, no, this is an alright guy. It's like, these IVs are good. Its speed is okay. But beyond that, yeah, it's good. No, I'm content with this. I can also real quick, just for my sake, Pidgeotite and Altarionite. Good. I think that's where we're gonna wrap up for today, though. It's been fun. It's been a good stream. We've got a fair bit of progress. We lost one of our resources due to a bug we should have known. 2 new megas in 1 day is nice to see, for sure. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, though. Probably starting, like, around the same time-ish. Quite a lot of progress. Yeah, no, but that's always kind of what happens at the start of a new run, right? At the start of a new split. So, yeah, we got a fair bit of progress, and I'm content with the progress. I'm gonna quickly run the export before I forget. Because if I forget that, that would be a bummer. And we're gonna put that into our official run and bun team. Run and bun team webpage. Oh, the capitalization is wrong. God damn it. Why is it not doing this? Bun team. Whatever. I'm gonna update that in a little bit. I do have it saved at least. Everyone that was here, thank you for watching. I'm gonna quickly get you guys over to another streamer. Paid forward, of course. Let's go to Twitch. Go to the dashboard. And let's get someone to raid. Raid a channel. There we go. Someone here is on attempt 9 and just got... Actually, oh wait, that is someone who's doing 18 plus. I'm gonna veer off of that just in case. But that's about the only one I have, and I wager you two will both be fine with that. Then, yeah, let's bring you guys over there for now. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, see you guys around. Ray's gonna start in a few seconds. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye.